Hello everyone. We are going to discuss all the important concept related with lock object function modules. This will help you to use the lock object related function modules effectively in day-to-day programming or coding. So let's go and start. These will be the two subsequent videos. In the first video, I'm going to discuss these questions mostly: how to lock a single record using enqueue function module, how to lock multiple records again using enqueue function module, how to lock table generically based upon the key field using enqueue function module, and how to lock entire table using enqueue function module. So in this first video, we will be discussing about these four stuff. In the next video, I will be discussing about why I'm not able to lock multiple records. What is the problem? So sometimes what happens when you are trying to lock multiple records, you know, then you will see that you are not able to do. So what can be the possible reason behind that? Generally, it should not happen. So we'll try to understand why it happens. Then we will understand what is the use of underscore scope parameter inside enqueue function module, and then what is the use of underscore collect parameter inside enqueue function module. So these are going to be very important topic, very important concept related with enqueue function module. It will help you to become a better programmer, better ABAP developer. In order to understand this concept, we should have the basic understanding of lock object. So for this, we have the prerequisite over here. What is lock object? We should know. So let me revise you. Lock object is nothing but it is a mechanism with the help of which we can lock a table or its specific records in order to change the table data so that we can maintain the consistency and integrity in the table or in the database. Then the second prerequisite, different function modules when lock object is created and activated. So you should know that when you create the lock object using SC11 transaction, right? And one thing also, we should know that always lock object name start with EZ or EY, right? So this is the basic concept, and we should know that when we activate the lock object, it creates the two function module. One is known as NQ function module and another is known as DQ function module. Then how the NQ and DQ function module works, the basic understanding you should have. The detail, concept we are going to discuss in these two videos. So if you don't know the basic, maybe you can search, or I will give you the link of this basic function module in the description box, or you can simply search Pankaj Kumar lock object ABAP in the YouTube search, and there also you will be able to find. So now let's go and see how to lock a single record. So I've already created one program. It will be a quick one. Let's go. And this is the program I have created. And in this, I'm taking the SAP standard NQ function module, which is used for the purpose of locking the asset. Okay. So in order to lock an asset, we have to pass basically the company code, the asset number, and then asset sub number. So first point over here, how to lock this single record, this we are going to understand. So in order to lock a single records, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a first one record from ANLA table, right? And on that table, I'm going to perform the lock. So activate this one, activate this, and put the breakpoint over here. Okay, go to SM12. This is the transaction for lock management, lock administration. Here, if you see that there is only one lock on the program which I have opened in the change mode. So this is fine. What we have to check over here, that there should be one asset entry on which we are putting the lock. Okay. So one thing here, it is important to understand that lock argument, right? So lock argument is nothing but the combination of key field which you are passing, that is lock argument. So here the combination of bookers. So for example, here if we have some D01, let's suppose the company code, and here if you have some asset number, something like this, you know, and if you have the sub number something like 0001, then the argument is going to be something like you know your argument. Let me write it over here. Your argument in this case will be the combination of this D01, then this you know and then this. So right, so this is going to be your argument. Okay, so lock argument. So corresponding to this, the record in the table A and LA will be locked. So this corresponding NQ function module is for the purpose of locking the record in A and LA. So if you double click on this, here you can see that the name of the table is ANLA. This is the lock object EANLA. And under utilities, like if you see the here, go to lock modules, you can see that DQ and NQ. These are the two function modules corresponding to this lock object when it was activated. Though this is the SAP, a standard one. Fine. So let's put the breakpoint over here and press F8. One record here in this internal table, press F6, it got executed, and one record you can see that here, right? IN10 and LN2 sub number is this. So the argument is going to be the combination of combination of this what this bookers, this and this, right? So click on this search. Currently there is no record in SM12. Now come here and here press F6 in bookers IN10, in LN1 and this one, and in LN2. This is coming. Press F6. The lock would had been applied. Size bar C0, right? So come here and click on the search. You can see that this is the lock argument. In the lock argument, the first three character will be for client field. So that I missed it over here. So here we can add the client. So current client is 800, so 800 and then this argument. So the complete argument will be here. You can see that this is the complete argument corresponding to that particular this value. So if you have to lock a single record, this is how we have to do. Now if you want to lock a multiple records, then in that case, let's suppose I'm going to put the 5 rows over here and click on this activate button and come over here, press F8. So in the loop, in the first loop pass, I'm just going to you can see that this is what we have. IN10, this one and this. So the first lock we are applying, right? And then the second lock for the second record, right? This is the asset sub number 0001. And then in the third record, this is different asset sub number is 000, and then like that. So there will be total 5 entry basically, right? And on all these 5 entries, now we have applied the lock. And if you come over here and click on this search, there will be total 5 lock. See, and these are the total 5 locks on A and LA table with this lock argument. Fine. So now, like if we want to remove these locks, we will just go back. And now if you once again you come here, you can see that all the locks are released. Let's go and discuss these third points. How to lock table generically based on a key field. What actually I'm trying to tell over here is this. Let's suppose we have, you know, this table like ANLA we are using for our learning purpose for this demonstration. So what actually we want to do? We want to put the lock on this 1010 Booker's value generically, you know. So this is the Booker's, 1010 is the company code, and there are total 6 entries corresponding to this Booker. So on all these records, we want to put the lock. So how to do this one? One thing is that we can find out all the records for these Bookers using the select query, and we can put the loop and we can lock one by one. This is one way using the, just we have seen how to put the lock on multiple records, right? But we have, like, let's suppose if you have the 100 records, like for this particular bookers, or let's suppose 1000 records for this particular bookers, then 1000 times we'll have to put the loop. That is not a good idea. So what is the better idea is that we can put the lock generically on this company code 1010. How to do that? So let me explain first over here in this Excel. Just sharing this Excel over here, and hopefully you are able to see it now. Already I have put up these, you know, uh, argument, these parameters of the function module. So if you see that, this is the parameters of this function module. So I'm talking about these parameters: mandate bookers and ANLN1, ANLN2, and X bookers, X ANLN1 and X ANLN2, right? So that I put. This plays important role in order to put the lock generically on a particular value, on a particular key of field. For example, over here for bookers 1010, I want to, put the lock generically. So I will be passing this value 1010, in this bookers. Then ANLN1, you have to pass a space over here. You just have to pass the space. That means the blank value you will have to pass. Here also you'll have to pass the space. And what you have to do that, know, uh, here I'm passing a 1010 basically. Okay. So for bookers, here you have to tell that you are passing the value. So this field should be X, and another two field again you will have to pass the space value. So this is very important. If you want to log all the records where the bookers is 1010, this is what the argument you have to pass. For the bookers, pass the value. For the remaining key field, just pass the space. And for the X underscore parameters, this is very, very crucial over here. For X underscore bookers, you just pass X. That means for bookers, you are passing one exact value, right? And a space, that means other value will be considered as anything. Okay. That means on bookers, you are applying the lock generically. So this is how you can apply the lock generically on the bookers 1010. Similarly, let's suppose on ANLN1, let's suppose we have the ANLN1, this, let's suppose this is ANLN1 entry, and for this you want to apply the lock generically. So in that case, for ANLN1 you have to pass this value, and other should be a space. Simply you pass other as a space. And for ANLN1, because you are passing the entry over here, you have to, pass the X value. and then the remaining two x underscore parameter you will have to pass like this. So this value will be now considered generically. That means whatever the ANLN1 will be this, for all those records, the entry will be locked. That's the meaning. Let's suppose now you want to lock for 1010 and this value generically. So what you can do, that you have to pass this value over here, you have to pass this value over here, and ANLN2 you will have to pass it blank, right? And then what you have to do, that for this and this, because you are passing the value here, you have to pass x and x, and because for ANLN2 should be considered as anything, so here you just pass the space. So very simple. Whatever the value you want to consider generically, pass the value for those. Okay, and for x underscore parameter, for those should be passed as x, and the remaining parameter should be blank. Now in comment box you just write and let me know. Suppose if I want to you know lock the ANLN2, ANLN2 equals to 001. Simply, I just want to lock this this particular value. I want to just lock this particular value generically. That means in ANLA table, wherever ANLN2 is 0001, all those entries should be locked. So what the parameter you have to pass, just write this in the comment box. I will check and let you know whether your answer is right or wrong. Hopefully you understood this concept. If you understood, then your answer will be correct. If not, please rewind the video and understand this concept. Let's now go and check into the demo. So I want to pass, means I want to lock 1010 generically. So what I will do, that let me comment this code for the a moment. Okay, so bookers 1010, I will just pass and let you know that it's working fine. Okay, so I'm just commenting this value here. You have to simply pass the space, you just pass. Or what you can do, that simply, like, maybe you can pass like this also, anything is fine. Either you pass a space or just pass the blank value. Because I'm passing for the bookers, x underscore bookers should be x, c underscore bookers underscore x. This is constant I have defined and its value is x. So let it be like this only for this, because we are passing a space, and booker should be considered generically. So I'm just marking this as a space. Okay, and just commenting this existing code. So we can write like this also a space, and we can write like this also a space. Let's go and check it's working fine or not. So you can see that there is no syntax error, there is no problem. Okay, so now we will see that all the records in that ANLA table where the bookers is 1010 will be locked. Okay, so and how you will be able to see the log parameter, the log argument, how it will be prepared. Let me show you under SM12. So for this, like, first mandate will come, because this is the mandate parameters. I mandate client, so client is our 800, and then the bookers will come. So bookers is 1010, and then ANLN1, it is of 12 characters, right? If you just go and check it, the ANLN of 1, it's characters, the total, it's the 12 characters, right? So that at uh, 12 the 12 times this hash value you will be able to see, because this value, company code you are considering generically, so you are not bothering whatever the ANLN1 value is going to be there. So irrespective of ALNN1 and ALNN2, you know these bookers only will be considered, right? So this will be 12 times. So 1 2 3 4 4 8 and 4 12. So now this is like 12. Okay, 12 hash will be there, and then again that will be of 4 characters, this ANLN2. So this also we are telling that irrespective of ANLN2, so this 4 hash will be coming over here, and this is how like your argument is going to be. So if you are able to see the argument like this, that means all the company code of the table where the records are 1010 present are locked basically. And that's the meaning of this. So whenever you see in the lock argument like has, you should understand like, based upon the existing field value, tables are table records are locked basically. Okay. So hope you are able to understand. If yes, just type in the comment section. Yes, you understood well. And now let's come here and put the breakpoint over here. Just execute this and go to the SM12, click on this search. Currently, you can see that there is no lock entry related with this company code because your control is here. Simply press F6 and now there is some dump. Okay, so let's try to understand what this dump is for. We are passing, okay, bookers 1010, simply I'm passing, right? You can see that. So it should be in single quote basically. Here it will tell you bookers, right? So that was my mistake. Sorry for that. Let me correct it quickly. And once again, I will show you. So put in single quote. So it will be considered as a character value because bookers is char4 data type. Now run it once again, and this time we are not expecting any dump. Press F6 and you can see that size bar is 0, lock applied successfully, there is no problem. Go to SM12 and click on this search button, and here you can see that this is how we have, right? 800 1010 and has. That means this is a kind of wild card character. That means ANLN1, ANLN2 value can be anything. Bookers is this. So here you have only one entry, but the locks are applied on all the records where mandate is 800 and company code is 1010. How to verify that? Let's go and try to change any entry of this particular company code. So 1010, and let's see, maybe I'm just using this. Let's see whether we are choosing the correct entry or not, or maybe directly from here I will copy, let's copy this and put it over here, sub number 000. That's fine. And if you try to open this one, it should not allow basically. Okay, see here, this is not a company code IN10, sorry, not IN10, 1010 basically, right? 1010. Let's try to open. See here, asset 1010, this is being processed by the user. That means the lock is applied. So if you try to open any of the entry, for that particular company code 1010, it will tell that it's already being processed, is being processed by user, right? So this is how you can apply the generic lock. Hope you were able to understand this concept well. And now just pressing F8 and you will see that because we have come out from the session, lock will be released now, right? Lock. gone out. Lock is released now. So let's see the last point, how to lock entire table. So can you tell me how to lock the entire table? If you understood how to lock the table generically, you will be able to understand till now, by now, that how to lock the entire table. If you got this point, just write in the comment section how you can lock the entire table. That means what argument you have to pass basically. Okay. So if you want to lock the entire table, you have to pass everywhere a space, a space, a space, a space, a space, a space. That's it. Everywhere a space, a space, a space. That means entire table, that means entire key field you want to lock, right? And let me show you. And in the log argument, how the argument will be then now? Here for 800, 3 has, and for company code, because of 4 characters, 4. So only like this you will be able to see the value under the log argument. So now let's go and quickly do this. Here pass a space, and maybe here you pass this immunity, because in the current client you want to uh, you want to lock all the entries from the current client. If you want to lock the entries from all the client, here also you can pass the hash, but I want to lock all the entries from the current client, so I'm keeping immunity over there. Pass the space over here, space, and either you pass like this or a space, anything is okay. And here also you pass the space. So you can see that everywhere I pass the space. Click on this activate button, and now press F8, and you can see that size over C0, this statement got executed. Now you are here, and lock should be applied successfully by now and here. Now you will not be able to change any entry from this particular, ANLA table. So for example, randomly any of the entry, like if you are trying to choose now, then it will not allow. For example, I just want to choose this entry, and if you run this, see here, this is being processed by any entry, does not matter whatever it is, because on entire table the lock is applied now, so it will not allow. See here, the entry is being processed by user, this one. So hope you understood this concept as well. So in this first video, let's stop it over here. In the second video, don't forget to watch it. Why I'm not able to lock multiple records? What is the problem? Just now you have seen that how to lock the multiple records. Sometimes you might be able to face this particular issue. We will try to understand what is the reason behind that, and how we can, you know, do so, right? Then we'll understand what is this use of underscore scope parameters, what is the use of underscore collect parameter, and there is one more parameter called weight parameter, that also let's note it down, and we will understand what is the use of weight parameter. So this one underscore weight parameter. Okay, so this we will try to understand. Okay, so thank you for watching. Be with me, keep on learning such great concept, deep concept, and be strong in ABAP. Thank you. Bye bye.